Welcome back to the Outdoor Sports Club channel. I'm Jake, and I wanted to do a follow-up review of this Foxx inside the waistband holster for my XDS 9mm. And I've had this since at least May. I can't really remember when I bought it. I think I bought it in early May, mid-May, something like that. And so I've been wearing it pretty much every day. I wore it a lot on vacation. I've worn it in different pants. You know, I've got my jeans that I wear to work and church, and I've got my cargo pants, a couple different styles of cargo pants that I wear when I can. And all in all, I still like this holster. It's still, I think, a lot of, it's still really good for the money that I paid for it. One of the complaints, and I mentioned this in my last review, but I had not had any experience with it, but one of the complaints that I've heard is that these things come loose, and as you can see, they do. And I fight this daily, so I haven't really tightened them down, and I have a feeling that if I were to maybe put some thread locker on there, or even some super glue or something like that, that it would help. But these have to give a little bit, and I do like them to be able to move somewhat so that I can adjust them a little bit better, so they're sitting the correct way over my belt. But they come loose a lot, and they flop around a lot, and it gets kind of annoying. I'm not for sure what you would do to fix it because of the way that this is designed to have these movable and to where you can pivot them. That's a little bit of a tough one. So I'm not exactly sure, you know, what the solution would be, but that is a valid complaint. It's something to look for if you're going to buy these holsters. The other thing is that these clips are robust and they stick out a lot. I actually really like that because I can get a hold of it to unclip it and pull it out of my belt. I go a lot of places where I can't legally carry, and so like if I'm going to the school for the kids event, you know, I want to be able to take this out really easily so that I'm not in violation of the law when I go into the school. Whether I agree with the law or not is a different story, but I don't want to be in violation of it. So if I'm heading up to the school, or if I'm going into a government building or something like that, I can unclip these really easily by just pulling up on that and sliding this side up, pulling up on this one and sliding this side up, and then pulling the whole thing out and putting it where it goes at home. Or if I need to leave it in my car or something like that, I can do that. So I like it, but the complaint is that they stick out pretty far, so if you're sliding in and out of a seat, they can tear up the seat, and that is true. My wife's car has leather seats, which I don't like leather seats, but she sits the seat a lot further forward than I do, and so on vacation we were swapping back and forth a lot, and a lot of times we were in a hurry to get in the car and get moving, so I would start moving the seat back and I'd kind of slide in. So this wound up kind of sliding in as I sat into the seat, and this one on this side would kind of catch, and I saw that it scuffed up the seat a little bit. So that's something to look for as well. The only other thing, and I mentioned this before, but I kind of wish that this leather came up higher and kind of covered up more here. Now I'm not sure if they ran into issues with a person's body pressing against the leather and then pressing against the mag release. That may have been an issue, but I just wish that the leather came up more, because there are times when I can feel this. It's not uncomfortable, but I can feel it, and I just sort of wish that it was covered up more. And then the only other thing besides all of that, and I don't know that there's a lot you can do about that, but my shirt, I don't tuck my shirt in. I kind of feel like I'd like to be able to sometimes, but I don't, and because I find it too difficult to try to tuck your shirt in around this stuff. It's doable. You can tuck behind these things, but most shirt tails that I have are longer anyway, so it would wind up getting all bunched up, and I think it would be not as good. But anyway, my shirt tends to ride up and catch on this, so I'm constantly having to pull my shirt tail out, and I think, you know, anybody that kind of knows what to look for is going to know what's going on. I'm not too worried about it, but from time to time I have, it hardly ever comes up all the way, but I have caught it. Of course, my pants and my belt are right here, so it's not like the holster showing if my shirt comes up to here. But I've caught it kind of caught up here on the back of the gun and hanging down a little bit. And these clips have shown before. I don't think that's the holster's fault. I want to be clear that that's not the holster's fault. I don't believe. I think that that's going to be the case for any holster quite like this, you know, or in this category. So anyway, those are the only complaints I have after 6 months of extensive use. It seems to be holding up pretty well. These, there's a little bit of rust on this guy, and this one touches my body, or these two touch my body more than the others. I don't think the others ever do. So I haven't sweated a lot in these, but anyway, those are rusting a little bit. I'm not too worried about it. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Under heavy use, that stuff will kind of wear off and build up and wear off and build up. So you can see the leather is getting worn a little bit, but it should and will. And it's not that big of an issue. So this leather's pretty thick and pretty durable, so I don't think we're going to have any trouble anytime soon. I'll need a new holster for other reasons before I need a new holster for those things. The retention is still pretty good. It's not too tight, but like it's pretty loose right here, but whenever you get everything tightened down, it adds retention to it, and it's about right. The retention is, in my opinion, it's about right. So yeah, all in all, I think the wear is what I would expect. I don't see any concerning things with wear or with it breaking. Even though these things have been spinning around, they've never come out all the way. So I don't have a lot of problems with that. I just wish, like I said, I may put some thread locker on there and tighten those down and see how that does. That's all there is to say about it for the 6 month-ish or more. It's been more than 6 months, I guess, a little bit. But well, May to June, July, August, September, October. Ha! It's been 5 months. So 5-month review. And you know, if any problems pop up, I will let you guys know. But for the money, I think that this was a really good holster, because I couldn't find another one that was adjustable. There was a hybrid adjustable holster for any cheaper or even close to the same price. It's like $15 less than the cheapest one I found other than it, if memory serves. So check them out. Thanks for watching.